folks, I'm Tina Hui with Follow the Coin. We are the homepage of digital currency. Welcome to this episode of BITNEWS. Ready for today's updates? The world's largest privately funded nonprofit in the world, United Way Worldwide, announced today, Monday, September 15th, that it will begin taking donations of Bitcoin. Thanks to a partnership with Coinbase, one of the leading Bitcoin payment platforms, donations can now be made to United Way's Innovation Fund. What is the Innovation Fund? United Way's Innovation Fund is a way to dedicate resources to update the organization's missions through technology, relationships, and efficiency. What does United Way do? Well, United Way connects people to jobs, food and shelter, and financial stability. This is great news, so please do donate in Bitcoin if you have it to United Way and further social good. Now we have a correction to make in our coverage yesterday of 7-Eleven in Mexico. 7-Eleven itself is not accepting Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is available as a payment option in the 7-Elevens and Gandhi bookstores in Mexico. Although these stores are not accepting Bitcoin directly, they are accepting payments from the Pademobile wallet. You can link your Coinbase account to this mobile wallet, which allows you to then send payments with nothing more than a cell phone number. And from what I hear, these transactions are way cheaper than remittances with wire transfers with Western Union. Apologies on that small detail error, guys. According to Russia Today, Russia is planning on a Bitcoin ban by 2015. While Europe has never moved to ban digital currencies, with the Bank of England even publishing 2 sections of their famous quarterly report showing a higher understanding of Bitcoin, the ban on Bitcoin and digital currencies from Russia is moving forward and could happen even in the current parliament season. Deputy Finance Minister Alexei Moiseev is being reported to sustain that the idea of the ban is to curb the possibility of the currency being used in funding terrorism, buying illicit goods, and rendering illicit services. He also said that the ban on Bitcoin will help with money laundering issues in Russia. This news of Russia pushing forward with a ban on Bitcoin follows the People's Bank of China putting pressure on the individual banks of China to close accounts that pertain to Bitcoin, and puts Russia as the 3rd country to officially attempt a countrywide Bitcoin ban, behind Bolivia and Ecuador, which is actually looking to create its own digital currency, as is Mexico. Crypto Coin News has made a couple of really great observations about these moves. Number 1 being, isn't it kind of interesting that Bitcoin is being blamed for all of these illicit activities when in fact the US dollar or just fiat currencies or even the Russian ruble has enabled all of these criminals to continue doing things? There's really no way to blame illicit activities on the currency itself. It's actually just a matter of figuring out how to curb the enthusiasm of criminals from making illicit acts. Moving forward, they've also made a great observation that Russia and China have developed multiple bilateral trade agreements between each other, meaning they don't perform international monetary transactions in the global reserve currency, turning their back on the way to digitally transfer funds globally in the world's first global currency as another way to bypass the US dollar seems short-sighted at best. Hopefully, all of these countries will come to embrace at least some form of universal digital currency in the years to come, so that the world can be trading and transacting on a global level together. And on Reddit today, 2-Bit Idiot has been following quite an interesting story developing about IBM's Paul Brody's podcast with GigaOM, in which they discussed IBM's new open source blockchain-dependent Internet of Things infrastructure project called Adept. 2-Bit is quick to highlight a particular quote, noting that IBM is working with Samsung to have a prototype physical network based on the digital currency's technology, which they hope to have ready in time for CES in January of 2015. Holy smokes, that's soon! And he's right. This is something that is definitely not to be overlooked. IBM is one of the 5 technology companies in the world, and Samsung is literally the largest technology company in the world. According to this podcast, both are apparently working together on a Bitcoin blockchain product that is some form of a distribution platform for the Internet of Things, adding to the wonderful new technology creations and projects that will likely surface next year as more and more inventive technologies dive into the possibilities that lie within the underlying technology of the blockchain. It's unclear if the project will indeed touch the Bitcoin protocol, but something is brewing and definitely being built upon learnings and use cases explored from the blockchain technology that Bitcoin is built upon. And this is huge news for anyone following tech or blockchain technologies and apps that are surfacing, such as smart contracts and the like, including Ethereum. So we'll definitely be staying tuned in and seeing what they come up with. Thanks, Tubit! Good luck tonight at your Bitcoin 101 presentation with co-host James D'Angelo at MIT. I'm sure the two of you will inspire those students to use their $100 worth of Bitcoin wisely and with great purpose. Meanwhile, in altcoin news, Kraken just released their new mobile app available on the App Store now, and it's free. And if you've been following Circle, I don't know if you've gotten your Circle invite yet, but Reddit user Sherlock Coin has shared that they just announced their new mobile app for Android and iPhone. The demo is ready and the full version will be available later this year, so do keep an eye out. Alright, that's it for today. Bye guys. Thank you. Have a good night.